Lil Baby, Herbo, all on me. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a really good episode for you today. Lil Baby is actually coming back to rap. I mean, Lord mighty. You know, Lil Baby was going to drop an album, and then he didn't fucking drop the album at all. So that's definitely something. But he's back posting some singles now. He's actually dropped 2 songs. I think maybe later this week we'll check out the other ones. But right now I just want to talk about this one. We got Lil Baby. Herbo is actually on this track too. All on me. And I'm gonna be real, guys. I am pretty, I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with how this song sounds. I'm pretty satisfied with the way that Lil Baby attacked this beat. For a while, for the 2025 run of Lil Baby has kind of been ass. I'm just going to be real. I mean, a lot of the songs I've been just like, man, what happened to Lil Baby? I mean, what the fuck is going on? Can you rap a little bit better? Can the auto-tune not be that bad? Etc. And then he dropped a single recently, not recently now, these ones, but it was kind of recent, at that time. And, I listened to that song and I said, okay, this is back to, the Lil Baby I know. And then he just disappears. So when some momentum was starting, Lil Baby kind of disappeared without momentum. And now, I don't know what the direction is. There probably won't even be an album. I don't even know. But there is a couple of songs, and we will talk about that, starting off with this beat. This beat's your sample and guitar sad trap beat. And I know that might come off as so this is a whatever, beat. But honestly, I'd say the drums are pretty decent. They sound pretty good. 808s are bumping on this song. So if you like the trap elements on here, and, you don't like the, the basic piano melody, sad melody trap beat, this one's got some, sad guitar into it, and it's also got a, pretty alright sample. It's one of these motivational type of samples, and, it'll get your chest pumping, it'll get you, believing and hyping your goddamn self up. I mean, Lord mighty, there you go. So you definitely get that, and also, guys, I'm just gonna be real, that's kind of all this beat is, and I wish I could say there's some different elements in there. I wish I could say, the drums have some switch-ups or nothing like that. But no, this beat stays the exact same as how it goes. That 5-second trap beat loop is throughout the whole entire song. So that's my only problem. I mean, it's a basic-ass song. So beat is whatever. But let's get into the verses now. Lil Baby is starting off on here, and Lil Baby had a really good verse here. Look, the auto-tune, for one, is a lot better on here. He's on beat. There's some flow switches. There's some vocal switch-ups, too. Lil Baby gets a little bit more passionate in this song, etc. So there is all these different elements that Lil Baby is providing. So even though the beat is basic and kind of, boring in a sense, Lil Baby doesn't make this beat sound boring. And this is what I'm saying. When you can really attack a beat, when you can really add something to a song, boom. That's when you can, maybe make a basic-ass beat sound a little bit better because you're really going off on this beat. It's like a YoungBoy. YoungBoy's had some beats that I would say pretty simple. It's kind of that same kind of funk sample, and then, some summary drum, trap drums. That's kind of like what the new NBA YoungBoy sound is right now. And even though that sound in itself is a little basic how I described it, YoungBoy attacks and goes fucking insane on almost every single goddamn track, even the ones that I didn't even like. I can't say YoungBoy didn't rap his fucking ass off, even if I didn't even like it, And this is what I'm saying. Lil Baby is absolutely rapping his ass off on here. Absolutely sounding fire. And I would say overall, Lil Baby definitely killed it. I like that mid switch up that happens. That switch up is just, 100% fire in my opinion. The way it sounds, etc. Really cool. And then Herbo comes in there. Herbo is pretty fire in my opinion. I like how Herbo sounds on here. I was a little caught off guard how fast he kind of came in there. But once he started rapping, once he started doing his thing, I was like, all right, I really do enjoy this. He's even having some flow switches, even having, adding his own personality into the song. So you definitely get that. So yeah, guys, overall, when we talk about this song, Lil Baby, G Herbo, All on Me, beat is pretty basic, I would say. But the beat definitely gets the goddamn job done. Then Lil Baby comes on here, adding a really nice verse, really sounding fire, in my opinion. And then G Herbo comes in here and provides some really great value, adding a really nice verse, some flow switches. If you're wanting more rapping, G Herbo's verse is definitely the way to go. Lil Baby's doing that melodic rap style, but the way Lil Baby did his melodic rap style, it was passionate, it was fire, the flow switches were definitely on point. Overall, guys, I really enjoyed this song. Overall, I'm going to give this song a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, guys. Let me know. Did y'all love this song? Did y'all hate this song? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. And I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.